Well, hello there. Another week, another video, and today I'm going to talk to you about an oldie but a goodie. It's not old to me, I've only had this for a couple of years, but I really like this bag. This is, as you can tell, the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 in the ivory epi leather, and I really like this bag. I was for a time and still am actually interested in iconic bags, bags that are very central or iconic to a brand, like the Hermès Bolide, for instance. And this is another bag model that I thought was so historical. And, a lot of its fame was due to the fact that Audrey Hepburn actually asked for a bag from Louis Vuitton to fit her frame, and she had in mind, she complained that the original Speedy designed by LV was just too large, and so they designed this bag specifically in a smaller size for her. So this is such a cool bag, and I love the history behind it. And of course, that picture of her strolling through this airport or this train terminal with that bag in hand is just so iconic, and that's what made me fall in love with this bag. Right, this bag does have its kings and does have its cons, but it's not something I would willingly give up because it is such a cool bag, and I'm so excited that I got it. Right, in terms of the history of how I got this particular bag, right, I got this pre-loved. I got it from a lady who bought it in Singapore, and she sold it on to me for what I thought was a really nice price, right? And she gave me the original receipt and everything. I know she must have gotten it authenticated as well, because I actually saw her pictures on a local app and also on a local consignment store, and she had to take it back from the consignment store, so I'm sure they would have authenticated it before selling it on. She did also show me the original proof of purchase, so to me that was what I needed personally. Word of warning, do use all the third-party authentication sites that you think you might need. That's just how I got this particular bag. I trusted enough of the evidence given to me to not feel the need to authenticate the bag. But certainly, if you've satisfied yourself that the product you're buying is real, and you like the piece enough, honestly I think pre-love is the way to go. Right, it's a bit more sustainable. You can get things for much cheaper in this case, or sometimes just a little bit cheaper, and you're getting pieces that have their own history already, which I think is cool. Not all the time that you find these sorts of things, so if you do and you really fall in love with the piece, then you can get it. Right, so this is the bag. It actually shows a lot more wear and tear than you can see. The ivory has yellowed a bit, but I don't mind because it's an epi leather and it's an ivory. I'm not, at least I don't need to be so precious about it, right? If you get a fresh, pristine white bag from store, you tend to be really afraid about using it, but I don't care with this bag, and that is part of the charm of it. I don't put this normally on my bags, but it does come with an LV lock, and it comes with a set of keys. I do have a third-party clochette that I use to keep the key and the lock in. Sometimes I put it with a bag and sometimes I don't. This is from Dress Up Your Purse. It's a nice cured vachetta leather, and then you can put the lock in, and you can put the keys in and put the lock through there and then loop it round, and it's quite cute, right? But yeah, this is a good third-party piece, right? And I didn't pay very much for it. It wasn't too expensive. But yeah, lock and keys I don't otherwise carry with the bag. The one design feature about the bag that I really like, talking about the lock and keys, is this tab here. So how you would lock the bag last time was if you would zip it shut, use this tab, and you could put the padlock through here and then fasten it. Right, I don't really want to because I don't want to mark the leather, and actually you can see a bit of the wear and tear because you can see some of the darkening of the leather tab. You could probably replace it or get a third party to clean it, but like I said, I don't mind just sort of keeping all the leather, all the original leather pieces in place. Plus, the ivory sort of changed color over time, and if you were to change out some of these pieces, it wouldn't look the same, right? So this is the bag. I did take it to be cleaned when I first got it. It seems to be in good shape, right? This is a bag that dates back to 2007. So it's about 17 years old now. The previous owner had kept it in pretty decent shape. There are some scratches on the tabs and on I can't remember what these are called, the little leather buckles here. But otherwise, you know, the structure's good. There weren't really any like scratches or dings. You know, you can see the darkening and there's a slight patch here. But yeah, this is all from some wear and tear, and like I said, because it's secondhand or pre-loved, as we say in these days, I don't really mind. So yeah, it's got its love, right? It's been used and it's been abused, and I love it. And it's such a nice, cool, retro-looking bag to bring around that I really like it. So main details. This is the Speedy 25, but I've measured it, and it actually looks a bit more like it's about 27 or 28 in width. So this epi leather, I suppose, probably runs a bit larger. One thing I will say is that you can't find epi leather Speedies anymore. I think they might have done it, they might have brought it back, but in a slightly different make. I think the grains are sort of arranged in a diagonal rather than on a horizontal. So you can't really find Speedy bags with these exact dimensions. So in terms of the width, it's about 15, well, let's call it 16 centimeters in depth. And in terms of the height, it's about 19 and a half centimeters in height. So a bit large, you know, it's not a full 25 would probably stop about here, but it's, you know, right smack in between, so at about 27 or 28 centimeters across. Love this bag. It comes with a little slip pocket here, which I really like. So this is the old version that does not have the bandolier, and I just like it like this, right? So I will carry it either as a top handle or as a through the arm sort of situation. And because it's small enough and light enough, I can carry it on the crook of my arm without feeling too much discomfort. So when you open it on the inside, it is lined in this cotton lining. It's got 2 slip pockets on the side. I am not sure if that is coming up on camera. Yeah, you can just about see it. 1 pocket here and 1 pocket there. And yeah, you can't really tell that it's Louis Vuitton other than this really discreet monogram print here, which is why I love it. It's just so understated and so classic, such a wonderful classic bag shape. One of the reasons why I love this epi leather and why I went for this instead of getting a new canvas one in store is because this epi leather has tended to keep its shape a lot more. It's stiffer, right? A lot of the bags I've seen, or a lot of the people who have Speedies, tend to have the canvas bags sag in the middle, and it just doesn't look right for me. So I love the fact that this epi leather has kept its structure so well after all these years. I do have a bag organizer here, which is what I use to keep its shape, and I've used it also to put some of the things in so you can see what I keep inside the bag. This is from a local brand called Bags Need Care Too. I would also other brands like Zumoni, Samoga, they do organizers. You know, this is a fairly standard bag model, so you'll be able to find. So enough chit chat. Let me show you what fits inside this bag. Let's start off with a book. Eat, Pray, Love. Nice book. Would recommend. I've got my pocket agenda as well. This is similar in size to the PM agenda from Louis Vuitton. And no, I will not be getting a Louis Vuitton brand agenda. This suits me just fine. I've got my little pochette with all my things like my tissues, hand sanitizers, pen, lipstick. It's a beautiful mess in there right now, so let's just close that back up and put that in. Let's see. There we go. Sunglasses, another key. My mini umbrella. I think if you've watched enough of these videos by now, you'll know what I tend to put inside my bags, right? Suffice it to say, it keeps all the necessities that I generally carry on a day-to-day basis. Key pouch, car key, they'll go in as well. Importantly, I've got my mini wallet in here. Because of its size, without a doubt, you can fit a long wallet in here. that shouldn't be a problem at all. I've got another card case, and I think just for good measure and just for fun, let's see, I've got a little pochette here. It's a slightly different size from the LV mini pochette accessoire, but I think it should go in as well. Let's just see, there we go, just about fits. Everything's sort of wedged in tight. You could probably put a few more things on the top if you needed to, but that's generally about it. And then the bag zips shut very easily, and yeah, and then you can carry it. Now this is quite heavy, and you can see things bulging, and that's why I use a bag organizer to protect its shape, right? If you could see just now from what I showed you, my bag organizer will fit. It probably won't fit the pochette accessoire. I'd have to take that out, but everything else will go in this bag organizer and it will fit in perfectly, and that protects the shape of the bag and keeps it from losing its shape too much. But it is a very roomy bag. When I travel with this, because I don't like getting my hand in and out of the zip, what people do say about top handle zip bags like this is true. You will get, your hands rubbing against it, and you can tell that the leather is slightly creased from all the hand action that's going on. Ooh, that sounded wrong. So yeah, if I'm on public transport and I want easy access to my card, I will put my card in this slip pocket, and that tends to make things so much easier. But yeah, apart from that, it is such a roomy bag. If you take some things out, you can put a keep cup inside it. I have done it. I will not recommend it, especially if you actually love your bag and you want to protect it. So I've done it once or twice, but not really all the time. That is it for this bag. I love this epi leather bag. If you do want something like this, like I said, Louis Vuitton don't make this anymore. You'll have to go on the pre-loved market. But I do recommend. The prices are good, and it's such a wonderful bag. And anyway, hope you found this useful, and if you did, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.